But first, the world's longest sea bridge is now open for business. The bridge and tunnel project connecting Hong Kong, Zhuhai and Macau officially opened Tuesday, and China's President Xi Jinping was on hand for the ceremony. Well, let's take a closer look now at the new bridge and what it means for the economy of the Pearl River Delta. We welcome Wong, the Managing Director of Research at the Milken Institute, as he joins us live from Hong Kong. So, Perry, this project, we know it's taken about 9 years to complete, came in over budget and behind schedule. So why did China want to push ahead with such a grand plan?
Well, it is a symbol and a yardstick of the integration of the river delta economies. It is significant because it connects Hong Kong, Macau, and the mainland economy all together. So I think that's quite important, both politically, culturally, and economically.
So give us an idea of just how significant the bridge is when it comes to economic integration in this area.
Well, it actually cuts the traffic from Hong Kong to the western bank of the river delta by actually to 1/3, from full to 1/3. So now Hong Kong, as well as the mainland companies and people, can travel from Hong Kong to as far as you can say to Vietnam in a very direct manner. So in that sense, you don't have to do a loop going north and bend down again. So that's quite significant.
So with this much shorter travel time, tell us about the sorts of opportunities this might open up for the local economies and businesses.
I think for business, it's not quite as impactful, I believe, as what originally was planned, because over time, there are bridges and highway built. So the economies, the Pearl River Delta, has been quite connected. But I think if you look at the lively, I think one of the most livelier, more entrepreneurial and high growth economies are all in Guangdong province, namely the Pearl River Delta economies. So in our own study, Milken Institute studies, in 2018, we identify Zhuhai, Zhongshan, Foshan, Dongguan, as well as Shenzhen as the top economies in China. Now, the bridge just connects Macau, Hong Kong to all these economies in a very direct manner. So that, to a lot of businessmen and companies, are significant.
Now, we know that this ambitious project was also very expensive, about $20 billion for the bridge, as well as the supporting infrastructure. What do we know about how money will be generated from this?
I think if you measure in 20-year time or 30-year times, I think from a direct receipt from toll, etc., I think the number may not add up. But I think if you look at the economic externality, and that's what most value infrastructure project can provide a lot of benefit years to come and decades to come. In that sense, just imagine that this is actually if you will, an accomplishment to showcase the Chinese engineers' innovative capacity and capability. So this is not, I bet, it's not the last underwater tunnel or bridge over a long stretch of waterway that the Chinese engineers will build. I believe they are going to build in the northern part of China, northeast part of China, and as well as not too far from the Yangtze River Delta. So there are a lot of waterways as well. So just to name a few domestically. Internationally, that actually also illustrates China can export its engineering expertise elsewhere. So those are something that cannot be captured by just how much one can collect from the toll bridge.
And certainly China broke some records with this in terms of innovation. But let's also look at competitiveness. Talk about the significance of this bridge for China's Greater Bay Area as a business and economic hub.
Yeah, perhaps by now, this is going to be the single largest economic clusters that we can identify. I think people like to compare that to the Bay Area in California. I beg the difference because it is quite unique for the Great Bay Area economy. It has a world money center. It has a hospitality, world-class gaming hospitality center, as well as one of the, if you will, most or craziest innovation centers, Shenzhen, in China. So no one will know once all those elements are combined, plus the capital city, Guangzhou, what the Great Bay Area economy will become.
Right.
Because Hong Kong is known to be the money center in Southeast Asia. So when the capital inflow, outflow to mix with innovation in technologies, I think those are decades to come. I think it's too early to tell, but the potential is great.
All right, thank you so much. Perry Wong there of the Milken Institute.